Many animals must fend off predators on a daily basis, but what happens when they must also deal with their own species and defend their honor? Have you ever seen two pigs go at it? What about ostriches? What do you know about their conflicts? If you want to find out why certain animals can't get along with their own species, keep watching as we count down 15 craziest and incredible wild animal battles.
That's good.
Number 15. Nubian Ibex. Desert-dwelling Nubian ibex rely on springs for their survival. But these pools must be guarded by male ibex, who sometimes face severe rivalry. These battles last up to an hour for mating rights, and sometimes a third culprit joins the party and flanks one of its opponents, which can cause grave injuries. Listen to the sounds the clash of the ibex's horns make when they collide. It's very impressive. Imagine being attacked by one of these beasts. They also take a big lead and jump onto their opponents for maximum impact. These two-horned animals do not get around. In this video, one of the ibexes does not want to engage and keeps avoiding the other one. Eventually, they lock horns and the battle begins. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a massive headache just watching these guys go at it. Number 14. Bison. During mating season, bulls compete for the privilege to mate with more than 50 females. Bellowing, wallowing, and challenging other bulls are always bulls' shoulder dominance. A bull will stay at a female's side until she is ready to mate once she is close to estrus. These bulls are huge and dangerous, and clashes between them are epic, with the strongest male taking home the trophy. These two bison decide to have a go at it on the road, and it doesn't matter if there's traffic. They don't really care. Travelers stop their cars to watch the spectacle, which I'm sure must be quite entertaining, especially in person. One of the gladiators finally gets fed up and abandons the match. Just like in real life, these males have harems, except the difference is humans keep it a secret, and they don't fight each other for control of the harems. They just create their own. The bison bulls fight until one of the males is subdued. The males sniff the air for a female who might be ready to mate, but with so much competition, they must contend with more than just a bunch of hot women. Watch this bison charge into its opponents and drive it right across the street onto the grasslands. The other bison has no clue what just hit him. Number 13. Wolves. When one wolf pack trespasses into another's territory, which happens frequently, fights break out. Wolf packs try to avoid each other as much as possible, which is why they constantly mark their territories. This mother is trying to find an appropriate place to drop her pups, but for some reason, she seems confused. The alpha male is off hunting with some members of the pack, and mom stays home with the pups and some other members of the pack. Suddenly, an intruder enters their territory looking for trouble. For some reason, this wolf is interested in the pups. The wolves harass her, but they must be familiar with this wolf or else they would have killed it by now. I guess she must be a jealous cousin. In this video, wolf brothers push each other around for dominance. Wolves, as sociable creatures, must constantly battle to maintain their social structure. This wolf pack turns on this omega wolf and roughs it up badly, but the wolf stands its ground and holds them off. Finally, this animal sanctuary's wolves are active. The alpha male wolf is asserting his authority. It's so much fun to see. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see such a spectacular show of nature. It's only natural for wolves to fight. The alpha male must establish dominance among other wolves. How will they be able to do this if they are unable to communicate? The wolf's pack leader is the alpha male wolf. The alpha male wolf is occasionally challenged to wolf fights, or he must demonstrate his authority by challenging others. This is extremely crucial for a wolf pack social order. It helps keep the pack in order by keeping the other wolves in line. Number 12. Pelican. Male pelicans engage in a lengthy courtship ritual in which they follow a female around. Males swing their open bills to attract the female's attention, fight each other, and ripple their throat pouches during this time. The two pelicans are engaged in a scuffle, but it doesn't take too much long before one of them takes off. It looks like these pelicans are congregating, or perhaps settling their differences. Whatever it is, there's some bird action at this park. This pelican decides it's time to teach this cat a lesson, so it shows the cat how big its mouth is, and it seems to impress the cat, which scampers off. These two pelicans compete for fish handouts on a seawall in Boynton Beach. Their beaks are so long, it almost looks like they're fencing. These pelicans are brawling with a few seagulls for some food, but the seagulls decide to take their trouble somewhere else. In this video, this English bulldog challenges a pelican to a one-on-one fight, and the pelican accepts the challenge. The only problem is the dog was hoping the pelican would decline the offer. Finally, two pelicans go at it in the water, but it doesn't look like much of a fight. It's almost as if they're dancing in the water. Number 11. Oryx. The oryx can be found in Africa and the Middle East. It is a huge antelope with long spear-like horns. They have a broad horse-like neck, a short mane, and a compact muscular body, which distinguishes them as a true desert animal. Our first clip takes place in a national park, and two oryxes attempt to stab each other with their long scimitar horns. Those horns are so pointy, they could kill an animal easily if they hit their target. The age and size of oryxes determine their dominance in the hierarchy. Calves compete in strength tests that resemble games as they grow older. The desire to fight decreases once the hierarchy is established. Except when evenly matched individuals must fight to demonstrate their position. Ritual displays substitute physical contact. Along with lateral displays, these huge antelopes stroll slowly and prancingly, occasionally breaking into a gallop. When multiple males perform these displays at the same time, their horns may collide. Males from beyond the territory dwell in mixed groups with females or with females and their offspring. Males who are dominant are territorial to a degree, leaving dung deposits to identify their territory. Number 10. Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons fight each other for three reasons: to defend their territory, to guard their nests, and to compete for mates. Komodo dragons are solitary creatures who zealously defend their hunting grounds. It is only during mating season that they get together. It's not every day that you see a Komodo dragon, let alone two large male dragons fighting right next to a group of tourists. But that's exactly what the man capturing this video witnessed. The sheer scaly mass of these two 80 to 90 kilogram male Komodo dragons battling it out so close, he had to back away, despite the fact that they didn't have wings and were spitting poison rather than fire. It was said enough to send them back to the Jurassic period, if not the pages of fiction. This happened only a few days ago on Rinka Island, which is part of the Komodo National Park. The fight is insane, and it's almost as if the dragons knew there were spectators. I guess it got their adrenaline pumping. When dragons fight, it looks like they're dancing some sort of reptilian waltz. It's not exactly my kind of fun, but hey, to each his own. In this video, you can see two dragons compete in Greco-Roman style wrestling. This appears to be the reptilian equivalent of what human teenage brothers do to each other when they use the smell my butt technique on one another. It didn't work out for the aggressor, but it didn't impress the chick dragon either. They are all back to chilling 20 minutes later. Number 9. Crab. Crabs are genuinely smelling each other as they engage in feeler wars. Pushing competitions are also a good opportunity for them to meet new crabs. They'll slam into each other, wildly waving their antennae and flicking their legs and claws at each other. These crabs are having a scuffle on the beach. It looks more like my aunt dancing the cha-cha, but I guess that's the way these 10-legged critters fight. These beautiful crabs fight it out on the side of a rock. I don't know what they're arguing about, but they sure are colorful. These crabs decide to fight for a shell. I guess one of the crabs found it so beautiful, it wanted to take it home as a souvenir. But the other crab wasn't having any of it. Finally, this crab pinned its opponent to the ground, and they both instantly freeze. I don't know if it's because they're posing for the camera, or the dominant crab is choking its victim and it's taking a little longer than expected. Number 8. Goats. Goats butt to push others out of the way, to establish their place in the herd as a game or to fight, which happens frequently during ruts. Keeping horned and dehorned goats together is unwise due to butting. The most prevalent motive for butting and biting is to secure a position within the herd. Listen to the sound these goats make when they butt heads. It's nuts! They must have such hard heads to be able to ram each other like that. Goats don't seem to have any kind of protocol. They can be 2, 3, a dozen. It's a free-for-all. Their motto is, "We butt heads," and after that, anything goes. It's one thing to butt heads on flat land, but try butting heads on inclined and pointy rocks like the ones in this video. This is Evel Knievel stuff. Finally, these goats test each other's skills as they butt heads. What else is new? Number 7. Tarantula. Tarantulas compete with one another over territory, which is usually their web. They'll keep it safe from other members of their species as well. As a result, They'll have competitions, battle each other, and cannibalize each other. It's a fun experience for the entire family, so buy your tickets now. The tarantulas in this video were found on the porches of the people filming, and they put them in this aquarium to see what would happen. Obviously, the spiders did not enjoy their time together. In this video, when this male tarantula tries to have a little carnal pleasure, it risks being stabbed in the face and even to death. How far would you be willing to go for a fun-loving experience like this one? So basically, every time a male tarantula seeks a partner to mate, it risks its life. What a friendly world the world of spiders is. While the docile females attack inferior males and prefer to mate with superior males, aggressive females eliminate males regardless of their condition, demonstrating their ability to discern between males as sources of sperm or food, and cannibalize them indiscriminately. Number 6. Pig. Aggression is used by pigs to develop a dominant-subordinate relationship. As a result, fighting occurs frequently when unfamiliar animals are mixed. Competition in battles will be facilitated by a scarcity of critical resources such as feed, water, or resting space. You can see in this video that pigs are intense when they fight. It's not just smoke and mirrors. These two are intense and are going at it hard. Neither takes a break and no one is giving up. So what happens next? Your guess is as good as mine. When pigs get together, they fight to see who is the most dominant. Both Berkshire sows in this video weigh roughly 700 pounds and are full of badass bitchiness. They both want to be the top hogs in Hogtown. They were born here and have spent their entire lives together, and this still happens whenever their handler reintroduces them, even though they have seen each other every day across the fence line. He feeds them a lot of food in the hopes of distracting them from fighting, but it doesn't work because the pig simply stops engaging to eat and then resumes. These pigs are not getting along now, but after a few scuffles, I think they'll eventually tolerate each other. In this video, these pigs take their disagreement to the streets, and it gets intense as they bounce all over the place, even knocking down a motorcycle. I guess they forget everything around them and just have eyes for each other. How romantic. These two pigs are going nuts. When you watch them, they look like two toddlers playing at the park. Finally, this pig brawl looks intense, and it even feels like an illegal fight to the death as these people are cheering on. It looks like there is a winner at the end of the video, but I can't see which pig it is. People, can you please get out of the way? Number 5. Ostrich. When ostriches fight each other, they sort of bounce their bellies against one another and lift their legs like they're dancing a Russian polka. I don't know what a Russian polka looks like, but hey, it surely doesn't look like a tarantula. These male ostriches fight it out, and one of the ostriches tries to kick the other one. These fights are violent for birds with long necks and skinny legs. It almost looks like bumping cars at the amusement park, the way these two ostriches are bumping into each other. Finally, these ostriches show the world what it's like to make a baby if you're a tall bird with long legs. The male ostrich looks like it's flying a plane the way it's moving from side to side as it's copulating. Come to think of it, I much prefer being a human in this world. Number 4. Bald eagle. The territorial squabbles between eagles resemble an eagle courtship ritual in which the male and female lock talons together. When bald eagles engage, they fly around in circles in the air, swooping higher to get an advantage over their opponents. Check out this violent scuffle between two bald eagles. They're tangled together on the ground and looking the other way. What's up with these two? I guess they're stuck, or they're just pouting, waiting for one another to make up with the other. In this video, this bald eagle has another bald eagle pinned to the ground, and it looks like it's about to finish it off, until the man filming gets out of his car and interrupts the fight. Then, everything goes quiet. The eagles are fighting out over feeding spots and food. I guess that's a good reason enough to have conflict in your life if there ever was one. Once again, these two eagles fight it out, and once again, they suddenly stop and pause. Is this some sort of meditating ritual I don't know about? If someone watching knows, please do tell us, because I couldn't find out why, even after doing some research. Number 3. Camel spider. The camel spider is neither a spider nor is it a scorpion. Talk about having an identity crisis. One thing that's not confusing is their size. They can reach up to 6 inches in length, and they have longer legs than Julia Roberts and Pretty Woman. Cheshire are the mouth parts of these organisms, which are very lengthy. A crab-like pincer on the end of each cecillary is employed to tear hair and feathers from carrion. When you look at these two camel spiders battling it out, it's a scary sight. They look like creatures out of a 50s science fiction movie. I wouldn't want one of those things crawling on my bed in the middle of the night. In this video, these two camel spiders share this aquarium, but they don't seem to be getting along. I guess they will have to eventually make up if they're going to share the same living space. These creatures are scary and alien looking. I'd never seen one before, and it's the last time I do. I guess the one on the right is toast. Get the peanut butter and jam and let's make a sandwich. Not only are they strange in appearance, but check out this male insert sperm into this female with its jaws, using a chewing motion. Just when I thought I'd seen it all. When these beasts are not challenging one another, they're busy hunting lizards, snakes, and rodents. You heard right, snakes and lizards. Number 2. Double hump camel. Fighting between double hump camels has always been held during mating season due to the driving aspect of a nearby female camel. Camels fight by using their necks as leverage to knock down their opponents. If a camel's opponent falls to the ground or escapes the fight, the camel is pronounced the winner. This fight looks more like two sumo wrestlers trying to get it on. What's funny is after the fight, the camels walk together side by side, as if they're going out for a beer. Our next two belligerents are locked into a pushing battle to end all battles, and after lots of pushing and walking around, one of the camels pins the other camel to the ground. You can hear the camel scream as the other camel is biting it. When you look at these camels up close, it looks like they're wearing one of those Russian new shotguns. Next, these two young camels challenge each other to a game of bite my pee-pee. Have you ever seen two camels scuffle this way? Seriously, I hope they haven't offended anyone, but camels, come on, let's get serious here. Finally, these two camels go at it hard in front of the entire community. The rest of the herd keeps its distance as the gladiators continue to argue about which one has the biggest humps. Number 1. Monitor lizard. Male monitors rear up on their hind legs and try to dominate opponents by beating their heads and upper bodies together in a sumo wrestling inspired bro hug when competition for food or mates arises. The male who pins his opponent to the ground is crowned Lizard King. These two monitor lizards look like they're hugging each other, but they're wrestling. One of the lizards slightly overpowers the other, eventually pushing it off the roof. These rock monitors decide to fight for mating rights in the middle of a dusty old road. I guess it's just as good as any other place. When two monitor lizards clash, it looks like a Greco-Roman wrestling match at its best. The way they grab each other into headlocks and flip one another. It's quite fascinating. These Asian monitor lizards seem to be slow dancing to a Lionel Richie song. Say you, say me. Okay, I think I'm getting carried away a little. Sorry about that. Traffic or no traffic, these two monitor lizards decide it's time to settle their differences and go at it in the middle of a busy street. Finally, these two yellow-colored monitor lizards decide to lock arms in the water. It's more refreshing that way, and it doesn't disturb anyone as it's more discreet. I'm guessing it's also easier to drown your opponents. We've seen many animals of the same species having a difficult time getting along, and my favorite has to be the bald eagles because I'm just fascinated at how they just stop engaging for no reason. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 craziest and incredible animal battles. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.